Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Hard 100, a video series documenting the culling of my collection from what it is to what it's going to be. And that is a Hard 100 games. Games come in all shapes and or sizes. They can be just dice, they can be just cards, they can be any combination of the two. But very rarely does a game come along that is just cards, that is just great. It's so good, and very rarely do I find myself ever parting with a game and then hunting it down again like a white whale, like I'm Ishmael or Abed or Ahmed or one of those people in that story that I can't remember his name. Call me Ishmael, Abed? Cool. Today we are taking a look at a game that I absolutely love. Every time I've played it, I've really enjoyed it. And as I think about doing these, I'm starting to kind of change my perspective in a game that's a flash in the pan versus a game that is more steak than sizzle. I think I've used that metaphor before, but I'm literally looking for a game that has some legs. So when I'm looking at a game that I own, that I played a lot, you know dim legs are gonna be good. So ladies and gentlemen, call up John Travolta before you got all weird with the Scientology. Get your grease up and get your collars popped on them leather jackets, cause today we're getting sandy with Archaeology, the card game. Archaeology, the card game by Z-Man Games and Phil Walker Walking is the best Australian game of 2008, don't you know? Wait, that's not Australian. What this game has you doing is very simple. You're doing a set collection game and some other stuff is happening. So on your turn, you're going to do one very simple thing and then another very simple thing. You're going to first dig it.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
So whenever you dig, you draw a card. It's going to be one of three things. It's either going to be a thief, in which you are going to take a card from someone.
I'm gonna fuck somebody. I'm gonna fuck you.
Or it's going to be a sandstorm, in which everyone at the table has to discard half of their cards rounded down to the market.
I got a lot of cards in my hand. Anything but a sandstorm, anything but a sandstorm, anything but a sandstorm. Shit! Sandstorm. That I guess.
Or it's going to be just, I don't know, any of the other junk in the game. Now there could be a chance that it's a map. Now maps are very unique because they can be sold to the market as per usual, or they can actually be traded in as a single, a triple, or a sextal to go digging into the pyramid to take a whole bunch of cards. Now these cards are dealt out at the beginning of the game, and this is where some of the super high special sexy cards might end up being. And that's it. The game is very simple. It's just drawing a card, doing a thing, waiting for someone else to go, and it's just very easy. After you've drawn your cards, you can take some and sell them to the market, and every card has a trade value. This trade value, you can't make change, but in the market you can buy and sell to your heart's content. And when you are ready to sell something to the museum, let's say you have 2 broken cups that you want to sell, you simply discard them from your hand, put them down in front of you, and those sandstorm cards mean nothing. It's very nice, and you're just drawing cards and you're going through the whole thing. You gotta watch having too many cards in your hand because those sandstorm cards are gonna mess you up. And then fucking go, Phil. And just, it's really fun. It's very simple, it's very easy to teach. If you can understand the concept of set collecting, you can really get it. And it's just, I don't know, just fun to play. It's easy. It goes for a few players. We'll talk about that in a second. Now, there is a lot of fun to be had in the cards that are in the game. So for example, in the bottom of every card, there's going to be a number that shows how many cards of that card are in the game. So for example, this Pharaoh's Mask, if you have all 4 of the things, you're gonna get 50 fucking points. That's so huge. But it's never gonna happen because you're gonna get 2, you're gonna look at sandstorms, you're gonna start getting antsy, and you're just gonna sell it. And then you're gonna get to the end of the game where a couple of people are holding on to these map cards, and that last lock needs 3 of them to get through, and you have one and the other person has one, and no one is giving them up. And you just go until you are out of cards, and once the last card has been drawn, everyone basically plays everything that they have to the table, and that's it. You're done. And then you just add up your points and you shuffle and play again. And the great thing about being done with the game is whenever you first set up a game and shuffle, all the thieves and sandstorms are out of the game, and at the end, they're also out of the game. So if you want to play again, it's a simple matter. mixing them all back up, and you're good to and or go. It's really fun. I've had this game, like I mentioned, I had it before and then I lost it and that shall which not be named, and then I went out and I found it again. I know there's a new, sexier version of it, but I don't need that. I love the cards. I love the white little trim around the cards. They're Euro size, the art's whatever, it's there. But the experience of playing it is really just... it's just fun, isn't it? Is it fun? Yeah, do you like playing with cards? Here. What is that? Yeah. Let's do some housekeeping. We have 2 to 4 players. Now, I've played this mainly at 3 and 4. It's okay as a 2-player game, but it's a lot better when a lot more cards are around the table and you have more of a chance to really think about what you're doing. 20 minutes. It's very, very short. You'll probably play more than once, maybe 2 or 3 times, and it can go by a lot faster than that. And ages 13 and up, because I don't fucking know why. So, Archaeology is a card game that's good enough for Australia, and if it's good enough for Australia, it's good enough for me. And I can't imagine a collection where this game is not in it. This is one of those first games that I ever had, and it's very, very good. If you don't have a copy of Australia, go find yourself a copy of Australia. No, Australia? Archaeology. Whatever, not Australia. It's back there. You don't want that yet. So, Archaeology, the card game, is, of course, in the Hard 100. It is a wonderful set collection game, probably the best simple set collection game that I own. There's no special powers, it's just the sandstorms and the thieves. Always 8 thieves, always a certain number of sandstorms, so you can do a little bit of card counting as you play the game. It just feels great to play. It's easy to learn, easy to play, easy to teach, all that stuff. I am very curious, however. It is Archaeology, the card game, but I'm very unfamiliar if there's an Archaeology, not the card game. I wonder if there is. I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me on this, the latest edition of the Hard 100. This is perfect for my shelf. It's not going anywhere ever again. I'm so sorry that I ever left you. Mwah. Peace out.